So what are we going to do with all of these leads that come to us and they don't have a sign in the front yard, whether it be realtor or FSBO? The answer is we got to locate them. So here's what most people will not do. Most investors won't do it. But I'm going to tell you, houses that are vacant and ugly with no sign in the front yard are probably the best prospects you're ever going to get in the cash business, period. Because they're vacant and ugly and there's no sign in the front yard. It just tells you that the seller's not even motivated enough to put a sign on it, unless it's in a foreclosure process like we just discussed, and even that can lead you into the deal. So here's some sites to locate the owner of vacant houses. Right there in front of you on page 15. I can't tell you which one that I think is the best because, frankly, I don't do this work myself. That's what I have other people do because I wouldn't even know how to go online, and I could follow the instructions, for crying out loud. It ain't that hard. I mean, even I can do that, but I don't want to do it anyway. I'm not going to do it. That's not the kind of crap that I do. It's not the kind of crap you should be doing either. But you do have to locate the owners of vacant houses. If you turn to the next page and you look down at the bottom, there's some skip tracers down there that'll do it for you. And it's very, very, very inexpensive. I've heard good things about Lead Sherpa. I have never personally contacted any of these folks at the bottom of this page, but I get them from other students who have. So you'll have to do your own due diligence on who's going to do your skip tracing for you. But if you're going to find houses that have a problem, you're going to need a skip tracer because you're looking for the ones that are mostly vacant and ugly. Don't have to be vacant, but they have to be ugly, because if they're not ugly, you're not going to buy them at a cash price that I would consider a deal worth doing. If they're pretty and they're vacant, they're generally a waste of time unless they have a FSBO sign in front of them, because they're going to be asking retail price. And if they have a FSBO sign in front of them and they're pretty, then they're probably going to work more into the terms business. Very, very, very rarely are you ever going to get a house that needs no work at a deeply discounted wholesale price. So I don't want you to be thinking that, that I'm going to call them and ask them what's the least they could take and get an answer that you're going to like. All that's going to lead to a bunch of frustration. Okay, basically, if it's pretty, it's a potential terms deal. And if it's ugly, it's a potential cash deal. So it's really that simple. And you got to get one of these companies on your team because you're going to need them. You're going to, you're going to be using skip tracers for a lot of things, even in terms business. If you find, I don't know, you're going to find occasions to find out who the owners is of the property on any kind of real estate deal you do, and it leads right up into commercial, for example. Suppose I'm looking for a piece of land and I see the land and I want to know who owns the land. Well, you can go on public records and see who owns the land, but if you have trouble finding them, any skip tracer can find these people very, very, very quickly. Very hard to hide in today's world, even if you're trying to. With the access to the internet, anybody can be found in a very, very short period of time. But let other people, they don't charge much. I'll tell you, they are very inexpensive to, it's not like hiring what do you call them? I can't even think of the word I'm thinking of. But anyway, I don't have to go hire some professional and pay them $150 an hour. These skip traces runs anywhere from $5, $6, $8, $10, $12 each, somewhere in that neighborhood. And again, they're what other people won't do. Other people are not going to take the trouble to skip trace them and track them down.